Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going back, way back to May 5th, 1977. The Grateful Dead at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in New Haven, Connecticut.
That's right. A key show from a pretty legendary month, released officially on that May 1977, gets shown the Lightbox set.
Exactly. And it's often pointed to as like peak 77 Dead.
Yeah.
Had that powerful, mature sound.
Definitely. They were just firing on all cylinders. The energy, the cohesion, it's all there.
So our mission today is simple. Let's really dig into this show, pull out the most interesting bits, what made it so special.
Sounds good. There's a lot to unpack.
Okay, so kicking things off.
Yeah.
Set one starts with Promised Land. The notes we have mentioned its, quote, stately pace and powerful energy.
Yeah, stately is a good word. It wasn't rushed. It had this deliberate force behind it.
And that was maybe down to the rhythm section. Billy and Nikki back together.
Oh, absolutely. Having both drummers back really solidified that foundation. It gave the music this incredible propulsion, but also space, room for Jerry and everyone else to, really work.
Okay, and speaking of Jerry, Sugar-Ree. This gets called a jam anthem rendition.
Yeah, that's fair.
One of the longest and finest ever, apparently.
Yeah.
Lots of focus on Jerry's vocals, his guitar, and Keith Gutjo's piano, leading to coruscating jams.
Skating.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sparkling, brilliant. This Sugar-Ree is, well, it's famous for a reason. It's not just long, it's the journey it takes.
So what's happening there? The interplay.
Exactly. It's Jerry's soulful playing, really digging in, and Keith's piano is just weaving around it, not just comping, but offering these melodic counterpoints. It builds and builds into these, well, yeah, coruscating peaks. Truly dynamic stuff.
Wow. Okay, the first set wasn't just Sugar-Ree, though. Quick hits mentioned. A sparkling Mama Tried going into El Paso.
Right. Classic pairing. Smooth segue.
A complex solo in Tennessee Chad.
Jerry stretching out within that structure. Always interesting.
And a beautifully executed Looks Like Rain.
Which can be just gorgeous when they nail it. Real emotion there.
Sounds like a packed first set already.
Yeah.
But it kept going. A slyly exuberant Deal.
Yeah. D-Law always had that swagger.
Then Lazy Lightning into Supplication is called Finally Executed.
A tricky pair, but great when tight.
An excellent Peggy O.
Always a lovely moment.
And closing with a fervent, The Music Never Stopped.
Good. High energy closer for the set.
And the whole thing was nearly 90 minutes.
Yeah. That's a serious first set. Shows their stamina, but also the sheer amount of quality material they had to draw on.
Okay, so second set kicks off with Bertha.
Good choice. Gets the energy up again quickly.
Notes say fine vocals and an extended jam. Shows that band cohesion, right?
Exactly. An extended jam on Bertha means they were feeling it, really listening to each other, ready to improvise right out of the gate.
Then things get a bit spacey. Estimated Profit.
Yeah.
The psychedelic closing jam described as wonderfully trippy.
Yeah, Estimated in 77 often went to those places. It becomes less about the song structure and more about like sonic texture and exploration. Wonderfully trippy sounds about right for a good 77 version.
And then the big one, maybe, Scarlet Begonias into Fire on the Mountain.
Always a highlight.
But the transition here is noted as unusually mellow.
Interesting. Sometimes that transition could be quite abrupt or high energy. Mellow suggests maybe more focus on the groove, letting it breathe.
And Phil Lesh's bass provides a solid groove, while Jerry's guitar lines on Fire are called prismatic. What does that mean, prismatic?
Prismatic? Like light through a prism, maybe. Bright, colorful, shifting, multifaceted lines. Not just one single idea, but like flashes of melody and harmony all dancing over Phil's solid foundation. Makes Fire really shine.
Okay, the energy picks back up, it seems. A tight and romantic Good Lovin'.
Always a crowd pleaser, that one. Tight is good.
Followed by, you hear those opening notes, St. Stephen.
Oh, yeah. Big guns coming out now.
Leading into a powerful Sugar Magnolia. That's quite the sequence.
Absolutely. St. Stephen has that majestic power. And then Sugar Magnolia is just pure celebratory release. A fantastic way to build towards the end of the set.
And wrapping it all up, the encore is Johnny Be Good.
Can't go wrong. Just pure rock and roll energy. Send him home happy.
So looking back at this May 5th show, it really does seem to capture everything, doesn't it? The jamming, the tight songs, the energy.
It really does. You hear individual highlights like that Monster Sugar-Ree or the Scarlet Fire, but it's also the consistency across almost, 3 hours of music. That's what makes 77, and this show in particular, so special. It's that that magic synthesis.
Yeah, that interplay you mentioned. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What takes a really good live show and makes it truly iconic? Is it just the notes, or is it something else?
It's definitely more. It's the feeling, the shared energy between the band and the audience, those moments of spontaneous creation, things you can maybe feel even just listening back.
Something for you, the listener, to ponder as you maybe check out this show yourself. Can you hear those iconic elements we talked about? Food for thought.